This is Cornbread's Review. Hey, this is Cornbread's Review. This is Cornbread's Review. Talk about the hottest movies, old and new. Cinema breakdown, grasping the truth. No acting, I leave that for the cast and the crew. The capture the cool, not theatrical rules. So you better be direct or you have to produce something to break in like last minute news. And keep quiet when the real boy Matt and they rules. Woo.
Yo. Welcome back for another episode of Cornbread Movie Review. We back, man. I appreciate y'all coming to see me every week. I know it's not easy. I understand it. I know y'all got lives, family, and all that. Hey, me too. But that means these movie reviews still have to come out. And, you know, me always doing movie reviews, I always come up with that category, I love that category. But what's my top 5 for that? Who would I put in this category or that? I know y'all seen my top 5 Boston, also my top 5 LA. But I'm decided to mix it up a little bit. It's a lot of bangers in this category who are superstars in movies. But that's not where we know them from. They started the game off of comedy. That's where we know them from. So today, we're going to talk about Cornbread's top 5 comedians turn to superstars, turn to actors. We have to talk about my top 5. Before we get into that, make sure you like and subscribe. We're going to get into everything. Make sure you share this video too. I know y'all love this. I know y'all thinking, Cornbread, how'd you come up with this list, man? What's your criteria? Of course, I'm always going to give my criteria. I can only be me though. So this is my list, not yours, but I would love to know what your top 5 comedians turn to actors are. Please let me know, all right, in the comment box. So how do I rank this? First, the criteria is we have to know them from comedy. That could be stand-up, that could be other TV shows, that could be sitcoms, that could be whatever. How did we know them before they got on the scenes and then they turn into superstars, all right? That's one of the criteria. Replay value. Do we go back and watch these movies? Are they classics? Do we, also the gross. How much are these individuals worth? Do they movies really produce these numbers globally and worldwide, okay? And lastly, what's their acting range? Are all their movies the exact same? Come on. Or are they in different type of genres of movies, from horrors to action to thrillers to, let's say, love dramas, different movies like that. So what's their acting range, okay? So my top 5. But today, I wouldn't be me without giving you the honorable mention first, okay? First, honorable mention.
From home right now. My daddy, I talked to him a lot. My dad's name is Adam. Also, my name's Adam. My father's name is Adam. Having the same name as your father, it's all right, you know, until your voice changes. My friends would always call up, "Is Adam there?" My father would say, "This is Adam." My friends would say, "Yeah, Adam, you were so wasted last night."
Adam Sandler. Have to discuss it. Adam Sandler is in different movies like The Waterboy, Hotel Transylvania, Big Daddy, which is one of those classics, man. He's in 33 leading role movies with a box office numbers of over $2 billion. Now, Adam Sandler, like I said, he's always the jokester in every movie. His one serious movie was kind of like Big Daddy. There's a couple jokes, but it was also serious. You could take a lot from it, right? But he's my whole life. It feels like I've been watching him from Billy Madison. Hilarious. And these movies are definitely watch and cult classics to go back to, okay? That's the first honorable mention. Cornbread's second honorable mention is, roll it.
Britain in the 60s, you could be a swinger and still have really bad teeth. It didn't matter. And, you know, Britain won the war and lost their teeth. And they view their teeth as a vestigial organ, like the appendix.
Mike Myers, ladies and gentlemen, is next for the honorable mention. This individual knocks out the box office every time he releases something. And it's only been 13 times. He does not produce movies like that. But when he produces, they show up and people show out, man. He's done over 13 movies, but it produced over almost $4 billion in revenue. Come on, man. What? $4 billion in only 13 movies. His per capita per movie, through the roof. I'm talking about, I know a lot of y'all love him and their kids love him from Shrek. Yes, come on, man. He's Shrek. Wayne's World for my older generation. Party Time. Come on, man. These is classics that I'm giving you. But my favorite, Austin Powers. Shaggy, baby. What do you say? Groovy, baby. That's what I remember him from. And he played multiple characters in these, you know, and he's a writer and very funny. His comedy isn't like, let me show you my butt type of funny, but it is layered when he produces these things, right? So Mike Myers definitely had to make the honorable mention. If he produced more movies, he would have been higher, but to me, he just hasn't done a lot of work, even though the numbers are high, all right? And Cornbread's last honorable mention will be...
I'll go. This year, I would like to avenge the death of my father. He was taken from me 10 years ago, and now I plan to exact my revenge on the individuals who caused me this pain. Okay, on mine, this is my dad, and this is me over his dead body screaming, "No!"
Melissa McCarthy. Come on, man. She was born in Illinois. That's my home. Come on, man. Y'all, if y'all know where I'm from, definitely Illinois, man. Even though I'm a Colts fan, hey, don't worry about all that. Don't worry about all that. But that's for another show. But Colts fan, but she was born in Illinois. She's done about 20 movies. 20 of them things. Not leading all of them, so she played a little co-stars in some of them. She led some of them. But 20 movies, and it's produced over $2 billion. Come on, man. She is a female that is not to be played with in this comedy game. We known her from Mike and Molly, hilarious. Even though she looked like she lost a lot of weight, and then she went to different acting gigs. We know her from Ghostbusters, where her newest film, and my favorite movie that she was in. I know she's been in 20, and you got a lot to choose from, but my favorite, Bridesmaids. Hands down. She killed her role, especially on the airplane, if y'all know what I'm talking about. And then when everybody was ate that bad food, y'all know what I'm talking about when they was trying on dresses. Come on, man. I'm not speaking. Am I speaking to myself? Come on, man. But Bridesmaids, hands down, knocked it out the park. Melissa McCarthy, y'all need to put more respect on her name because she is changing, especially female comics coming into the game. She opened the doors for a lot of people, even though there are people who have been there before her and opened the door for her, right? So shout out to her. She's a great leading lady. And those are my 3 honorable mentions. Let me know what y'all think about them. But we are about to get into Cornbread's top 5 comedians turned to acting superstars, all right? Coming in at number 5, roll it.
That is a head. When he took his cap off, I said, whoa, man. Hey, let me get by you. Let me get by you, player. Let me get by you, player. Ooh, I know you was ahead of your class. Ooh, you headstrong.
Jamie Foxx is number 5. And we starting at Jamie Foxx. You know the rest of this list is going to go through the roof, man. I want to say, let's just talk about his comedy first. You got In Living Color. You got the Jamie Foxx Show, classic. I've seen all of them with Fancy. Hello, Fancy. How are you? You also got the Foxhole, or Straight Out the Foxhole, which was one of those like podcast radio shows that he did. And I Might Need Security, stand up. To me, that's a top 5 comedy special of all time too, especially when he talks about his fight with LL Cool J. Hilarious. Now let's go into his acting. This man is versatile from singing to acting to, let's say, I already said singing, but hip hop music. He plays instruments. Come on, man. Jamie Foxx, his range is from A to Z, man, and he needs more credit on his name. Now, his movies, we talking about Django, Spider-Man. I've also said Any Given Sunday. His range is everywhere. And I cannot forget about what he getting awards for, bro. I got an Oscar for this. It's Ray. Ray. I don't know who could have played it better. Let's give him his flowers now. He's done 21 films. Box office produced about $2 billion. So these people are producing numbers they're the top of the game of acting, even though they didn't start off of just acting, man. They wanted to venture out and do other things in acting, and they've knocked that out the park, all right? Coming in at number 4 for Cornbread is...
Okay, well, check this out, though. First of all, you throwing too many big words at me. Okay, now, because I don't understand them, I'm going to take them as disrespect. Watch your mouth and help me with the sale.
Okay, see?
Kevin Hart. I understand. Some of y'all might have flipped my 5 and 4 and things like that, but you got to understand, Kevin Hart is producing content at an alarming rate. He was in about 3 or 4 movies at a time, just bang, 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 bang. Maybe they weren't good, maybe they were, but he works no days off, and he's constantly still producing comedy specials as he's the #1 man in the showbiz right now. You know, he's on billboards across the world, but he's still putting out comedy specials, especially during the pandemic. So to me, that gets a little bit more nudge just because it's current right now. This man, let's talk about comedy. Laugh at My Pain. I know y'all seen Laugh at My Pain. And also, What Now? The What Now tour. But those are just numerous comedy specials that he did. The only knock that I have on him is at the beginning, his comedy was more victim-based. Very, I'm about to get beat up, or somebody did this to me, and how did I wasn't the alpha male in this situation. So it kind of got redundant, but over time he has changed. And his acting roles have changed too. His role is from, come on, we know him from Soul Plane, a hood classic. It might be his #1 bomb, but he made up for it in 40-Year-Old Virgin, another classic, right? He went from there to comedy, doing Captain Underpants. If your kids ain't seen Captain Underpants, definitely go watch that right now. Or after this review, go watch it. But Captain Underpants. He's also in Jumanji. And then he mixed it up, done a couple series on Netflix called True Story. Very underrated. I'm thinking about doing a review on that. And then also another serious movie who's in The Upside. He's giving you a range of movies, and he's not disappointing. And I don't see any stopping soon. Once again, he's done over 62 movies. He led in 22 of those movies, though. Like I said, this man is a workaholic. And box office about $1 billion. So he's not producing at a higher rate like other people on the list, but he is working harder than any of those people on here. All right? Kevin Hart is #4 for Cornbread. Let's talk about #3. Roll the tape.
Who the fuck?
I would love to say rest in peace to Robin Williams, man. Cannot forget about him. He's been around even before my lifetime, man. This man did Evening with Robin Williams, came out in 1983. He also was on SNL. This man was a treasure, bro. Let's talk about the movies that he was in. First off, I keep saying Jumanji with your boy Kevin Hart. He's in the original Jumanji. Original, classic. Not at the museums. Mrs. Doubtfire. I know everybody watching me has seen Mrs. Doubtfire. It's impossible if you haven't seen that. Toodaloo. Come on, man. Classic. He was in another one. Rufio. The Hook. I know I'm not the only one who's seen these movies. Y'all finna get me worked up. Also, Good Will Hunting. These are movies that are produced and that are timeless and that will never, you can always go back and watch these and then educate your kids on, no, let's not watch all this shooting and killing movies and all that, and fake horror movies. Put in some quality movies for them. Those individual movies that I just named are it. Box office, he did about 59 films, totaling $3 billion. But leading, he's done 33 films, and that came out about $2.1 billion of production, man, in gross. All right, it was worth it to hire this individual, man. So rest in peace, Robin Williams. I know some of y'all may have forgot about him, but he had to make this list. His only knock, what you know me, I got to talk about goods and bad. His only knock is they said he stole a lot of comedy, bro. He stole a lot of comedy. I don't know. I ain't seen the game tapes, but that was one of his knocks from other comics that he would, I guess, watch her stand up and then take it on the road with them, or maybe use that bit in certain Saturday Night Live skits or different things like that. So You know me, I got to talk about good and bad, man. So Robin Williams makes number 3 for Cornbread, and for comedians turns acting superstars, all right? Number 2, we getting down to it. I want to say, did y'all know that this actor was the first actor to get $20 million in a movie? Who am I talking about? I know y'all, come on, man. I know y'all talking. Who am I talking about? Number 2.
Don't you hate when you're in bed with 3 women and the least attractive one whispers, "Save it for me"? Man, that's a drag.
Jim Carrey, ladies and gentlemen. What? Put some respect on Jim Carrey's name, man. The movie that I was talking about, man, he from Cable Guy. First actor to make $20 million. I'm not talking about Tom Cruise. I'm not talking about Will Smith. I'm not talking about none of them. I'm talking about Jim Carrey was the first one to do it. And he came from comedy. What comedy did he do? He was in Living Color. He also did The Unnatural Act. I think that came out in 1991. Some of these comics, basically all my lifetime, I've been knowing him as that. And he was also on Saturday Night Live, man. So he has that repertoire, that he has the resume of comedy. Now, box office. He's in Batman, the Riddler. I know the new movie just came out for the Riddler too, but that's that in my head. He set the bar for that. Mask. What? Come on, man. These is original movies. The Grinch. Every Christmas y'all watching The Grinch. Stop it. The Truman Show. It feels like we in the Truman Show all the time. You see stuff happening, you like, is that even real? Like, or is somebody acting around me, and I'm the person who's the fish in the fishbowl, right? We feel like that all the time. And then, of course, Ace Ventura, bro. What? Ace Ventura. First and the second. I'm talking about Dumb and Dumber. Bro, I can go on and on the movies that he was in. Now, worldwide, he was in about 34 movies, and it grossed $4.8 billion. This man puts in work. I know people think he's crazy now and all that. I mean, I don't care about none of that. Jim Carrey, to me, is a forgotten treasure, man. Stop forgetting about Jim Carrey. He needs to be in more movies, just for his comedy, his acting range, and I just want to see greatness on film. All right, he comes in at number 2. So who would beat all these individuals, from Jamie Foxx to Kevin Hart to Robin Williams to Jim Carrey? Who, all those great things I just said and all those numbers, who beats them? Coming in at number 1.
And G.I. Joe got stuck, in the water.
And my big brother was sitting in the other end of the tub and shit, and made a shit in the tub. He wanted to add some excitement to the game and shit, because I was going, G.I. Joe, then he said, and then a big brown shark came.
Did you even have a doubt who was number 1? I would love to see who y'all got at number 1 if it's not this individual. Eddie Murphy, ladies and gentlemen, is Cornbread's number 1 comedian turned actor. He's a monster. Let's talk about just his comedy. He has 2 stand-ups that are probably top 10 right now of all time. Top 10. Delirious came out in 1983. 1983, and it's probably still top 10 stand-ups. And then he backed it up in 1987 with Raw. This was a long time ago. And those stand-up comedies can't even be touched. And when I talk about acting range and classics, this is my standard for movies. Especially if you're not known for being an actor, you want to just jump into acting. This man did Coming to America. These are all forgotten movies, by the way, what I'm naming, like classics. Definitely go watch these if you haven't. And I know y'all have, because I don't know if y'all slept under a rock or you guys are aliens maybe watching this. But Coming to America. One of my favorites, Beverly Hills Cop. That was kind of one thing that kind of got me into my profession, man. Beverly Hills Cop. Definitely go watch that. Shrek. He's Donkey. Shrek. Come on, man. Producing. The Nutty Professor. Trading Places. And another classic where, okay, you're doing a lot of jokey joke movies. I'm going to hit you with a serious one that stands the test of time. Not even a hood classic. Well, to me, it's a hood classic, but everybody needs to watch this, and it's Life. Life is the movie, man. This dude, let's talk about, he's been in about 40 films. By himself, he led 40 films. Some of these people on the list ain't even been in 40 films. He led them, leading role. Domestically, he's done about $3.5 billion domestically, and that's just him producing. Worldwide, he's done $6.6 billion. What more you want from him? What more you want from this individual? And he's still in movies, man. I think from where he started to where he's already in the Hall of Fame right now in acting, that has nothing to do with comedy. He's in the Hall of Fame of comedy as well, man. Hollywood Walk of Fame, all that stuff, man. So definitely I give respect to him. My Cornbread Movie Review shouts out to everyone who made the list. Even if you didn't make the list, just know that I'm watching, man. I appreciate your art. It's because you didn't grow or you didn't start acting, but we known you from comedy, and now you moved to acting, and I'm so glad that everybody on this list went to acting, because I get to enjoy these movies that you guys are producing and writing and directing and starring in. So appreciate y'all. Shout out to all the listeners and viewers out there. Cornbread Movie Review. We'll be back again next week. Hopefully y'all love this. Please let me know what y'all think about my list, and y'all give me y'all top 5 comedians tonight, because I know I missed somebody in there. I know I did. I'm sorry. But thank y'all for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. I'll be back again next week. And I can't wait to do another list for you. All right? I'll let y'all again. Peace.